What up, what up? My name is Ronnie Ferreira, and I am the captain of Comment Me Bro, the first ever champions of MSS Reindeer Games. You're watching Let Freedom Ring with Dan Bollier, the #1 podcast in Southern New Hampshire. Enjoy!
And welcome to Let Freedom Ring. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday out there. Super excited for this show tonight. My guest, making his way kind of back to the Granite State from South Carolina, Kory Kiro. Kory, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be on, man. I miss all you guys. First of all, I miss everybody. The whole community. But I'm not going to lie. I'm enjoying this nice weather down here. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Are you spending a lot of time at the beach? Like, what's it like down there?
Oh, beautiful weather. I mean, we've been between, 60 and 80 degrees. It all really depends on the day with the wind, on how it actually feels. Because if it's like 70, it feels more like 60, 55. But my body hasn't adjusted yet, so every day's nice to me right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, are you close to the beach? Are you like, I saw a picture and you were there. Like, is it, is it like to Hampton for us, or like you pretty close?
It's half hour, I would say, from Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
No,
wow.
not at all. Not at all.
Oh, that's super close. No,
And that's where all of my softball leagues are based out of right now is Myrtle. I got one Conway league, but so I'm in Myrtle pretty much every day.
Nice. And I want to get into that too. Let's get to know you, because I am very curious. What's going on. We got someone that's kind of gone to another place. What's softball like down there? And I want to talk about that. Let's get to know you first. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
Where I'm from, Hartford, Connecticut. Born and raised there probably until I was about 12 years old. And then we moved up to New Hampshire to Goffstown, where I graduated from Goffstown, 2008 baseball state championship.
Oh, wow.
Got a shout out to all my teammates from the 2008 team.
Awesome. Now, okay, so you were you born in Connecticut then, but you were living there?
Yeah, I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, lived there until like 12 years old.
Okay, so is that kind of where you, because I know you're a big UConn fan. Is that where that fanhood comes from?
Yeah, huge. Grew up watching Richard Hamilton, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier, all legends.
Yeah. Now on the women's side, wait, did Diana Taurasi go there on the women's side?
Diana Taurasi, Maya Moore.
Yeah. Okay.
And many more. Rebecca Lobo.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You could shout out to Kendall Reyes, former guest of the show. He played football for UConn, and
did not know that.
Yeah, he's from Nashville. He grew up in the same neighborhood as me, and he had a sack on Jimmy Clausen. Like, I think this was 2008,
that's awesome.
2009, and it led to UConn beating Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Like,
that's an upset because they're not a football school.
And Charlie Weiss was fired after that. But no, awesome. So Goffstown, that's the Grizzlies, as I understand.
Correct.
So you grew up there. Like, did you do a lot of hiking at Unkanunik? I like to go there, that little mountain there. Would you do that a lot at all, or?
I've been, but I never like hiked it. None of that. I've never been into hiking really.
Yeah. No,
I'm more out for playing softball. Any more walking and running for me? No.
Yeah.
Cardio is not a problem with me.
Now, and I gotta ask though. So you guys won the state championship in 2008.
Yeah.
Baseball, if I'm not mistaken, it continued for you after that.
Yes, it did. I ended up playing 4 years at Daniel Webster College.
Okay.
It wasn't my first choice. I had a lot of Division I and II offers, but unfortunately back then, SATs were a big thing. My SAT scores were not good. So the whole plan was to go to Daniel Webster for a year and then transfer out. But then after a one-on-one with the coach, we ended up building a really big program and went to the regionals
Oh,
multiple
nice.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a shame that school isn't open anymore. I thought that was, were you into the aviation or were you
I was a
engineering?
home major.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still, I mean, that was a school and they started building when I was coaching wrestling, right? They started building a wrestling program at the college, which was super exciting for us because we could take the kids to go see, college wrestling in Nashua.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was a shame. I knew a lot of people there's a lot of Dolan, Sam. uh did you know Monique Duda by any chance? She was like an athletic trainer.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, so she was like when I was coaching at Elm Street, she was helping me, like I was doing the coaching. She would help me with the paperwork because you know me, I don't love paperwork. And
Yeah.
when I started playing softball, she knew Dolan, and Dolan went there too. So she may have been there when you were there, and maybe are you in Dolan? You're a little older than he is, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 37 in October. I think he
Okay.
came in. I think he came in a couple years after I left. But I played with Zach Hurley and Dave Wesson,
Oh, okay.
Danny
Yeah.
Webster.
All right, that makes sense because I think Weston graduated high school in like '07. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, super cool, super cool. I do wish that was still there because honestly, I would love to go taking a ball game right over there or go watch the wrestling. But yeah, that's a shame. Now, what are three things that everybody should know about you?
Three. That's tough. Um, I'm a competitor, no matter if it comes to playing softball, playing video games, playing even cribbage. One of my favorite games.
Yeah,
I'm competitive. Um, I'm more of a quiet person until I get to really know you. Very reserved. Some people don't like me for it, but I'm just a quiet person until you
sure.
really get to know me. Like a lot of people that I played softball with didn't wasn't a fan of me until I played on their team, and then they're like, "Oh, this kid's pretty like to himself and just goes out there and plays and hardworking. Whatever comes upon me in this life, I've earned it." So
Nice, nice. Yeah, no, you are more quiet until people get to know you. So, yeah, I think that is sometimes a unfair assessment. I don't know. Sometimes softball is like high school, right? Like where,
oh, there!
uh, you
Oh
know,
my God, you hit the nail right on the head, dude.
you
It's
know,
and you want to know what? It's no matter where you're from. I've already seen it down here.
really, really,
Yeah.
yeah. It's it's you get a bunch of people, social gatherings around the same age. You get you get some of the same results. It's funny. I
Yeah.
think I honestly think if I ever have money or I run into a director or something like that. So someone told me they're like, you could probably write a movie about like a comedy. I think a
hundred
reality
percent.
show.
A hundred
I think
percent.
there's that movie Ephus, and it was made by a Nashua guy, and I saw it and I thought it was pretty good. It was okay. And I was like, man, there's funnier stuff going on at the fields in softball on a nightly basis than some of the stuff in that movie. Like
Oh my God.
there's
100%.
hilarious stuff.
Come on. Some of the raccoons nights we were in the parking lot until midnight. Oh my
Yep.
God.
Or DC throwing his bat at his own team and couldn't get tossed. Like, you're gonna toss him? Like it's his own team, So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. No, awesome stuff. Now the money question we ask everybody, it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Um, what does it mean to you to be an American?
Freedom to be yourself. To rip.
Okay.
That's I see it as. You can listen to the type of music you want. You can dress any way that you want. You can be yourself through and through. And in other countries, that's not allowed, like at all. You can't. And it's just to be free, be yourself.
Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, there are, and where we're at, you can do that. And there's other countries you can too, but like um it's yeah, I love that, like that being yourself, right? Free thought,
Yeah. You
free to do
you
the
can
things.
work, you can get the job
Yeah.
that you want. You, it's not like set up like military style or whatever, or however you see it religiously. You can just be your own person.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
what I
love that. I love that answer. Um Now I want to get into this stuff because this is going to be some fun stuff. I want to know. Now you've been playing
avoid.
now slow pitch softball because a lot of like I'll have like Daisy always says I've been playing softball for I don't know 30 plus years. If I combine it baseball and softball, I would
Yeah,
say I've been playing, but I don't. I think fast pitch and slow pitch are two different things. I think
100%.
playing baseball is two different things. So how did you get into the world, the crazy world of slow pitch softball?
Um, so I was kind of a late bloomer. I didn't get into it until maybe 27.
Okay.
So I've been playing for about 9 years. I started playing after I couldn't play baseball anymore. It was just too much wear and tear on my arm. I was a pitcher, so that was and it took up all the weekend. So I was like, I'm
Mm.
done with this. I can 2 games for 2 hours. I'm cool with, and then Saturdays for tournaments or whatever. But um, my social is where it all started, to be completely honest, and then it just took off from there. You were actually the first one that got me into my first U trip game with the Raccoons.
Oh, really? I didn't know
That
that. I
was
didn't
my
know that.
very first U trip game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's wild how that works. Because someone was telling me the other day, they're like, well, because I still enjoy, I support my social sports. I'm glad it's there. Steve Dovich, amazing guy. I love
yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
I love
Awesome.
so I love the my social, but I also like the other leagues too. The leagues that we have going in Nashville and stuff like that. But someone's like, yeah, I started my social. I go, most of us did. But I'm so
Yeah,
old, it wasn't my social. It was New Hampshire Sports and Social Club back in 2009. You know,
I
like,
think I might have played one session underneath that.
yeah. I think it's hitting. I think it's 10 years ago they changed. Like, I remember I started playing slow pitch at college. And then when I got out, it was like, what do I do? And that was the first thing, Google was a thing then. We're not that old.
Yeah,
And that's what came up, and that's how I found it. And honestly, they advertise, if you played in Nashville Industrial, you've probably never seen a flyer. You've probably never seen a Facebook post. You've probably never seen anything. You know what I mean?
correct.
So,
Yeah.
so did you just Google that, or did you when you found my
Yeah,
social? Or?
so actually, me and the Deco brothers, because they graduated with me from high school, and were close friends. We all decided to put in for my social team. So,
Okay.
and then I ended up meeting. I didn't meet you through my social, but I met Ramel, and then
Mm,
he had the ASA leagues, the After Work League, which is now what's it called?
Pinnacle. Pinnacle.
Yeah, the Pinnacle League. Yes. So
Yeah, because I think we met, if I'm not mistaken. This is when Pat Taylor was still playing,
oh
and I
yeah.
think I think we put in a Queen City Classic team. I want to say that's how we first met.
Yes, me and Nagel put that one together.
Yeah.
We actually got screwed in the championship. We were down like 15 in the last inning, and we scored the max that inning and lost in extra innings.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess I don't remember the tournament very well, but I know someone was taking pictures, and there was a good picture of me coaching third that I. But yeah, and then I think I don't know. That's how we met, and then you joined up with the Raccoons, and the rest is history. It is crazy though, like because a lot of softball is word of mouth. There's a lot on social media, but like sometimes getting in these leagues is who you know.
Exactly, exactly.
So no, no, that's awesome. Now, what do you enjoy most about slow pitch softball?
Just having fun, like just playing the game. Yeah, it's slow pitch now, but it's basically the same game as baseball. The game you grew up loving. It's good for my mental health. It's good for physical as we get older. Just to get out there, play, see your friends, and have a little bit of competitiveness while you do it.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think, especially I think softball always was a social thing for me first, right? Like
100%.
I love winning softball games, but it's not the same. Like you won a state championship in high school, right? You're never gonna have that type of feeling again. You know what
No,
I mean? So,
no.
um, but it is fun, and like the social piece is huge. Um, who would
Yeah,
you
I
say
mean,
some? Yeah, go ahead.
I've met a lot of great people through softball. A lot of great people.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's like the coolest thing ever. Like hundreds of
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Um, now we're gonna get into it a little bit, but I want to ask. So now you moved to South Carolina, right? And you got a pretty good base of people here, right? You want to if you want to play, you could play in New Hampshire any night of the week. You know enough people. You want to play in a tournament, you can find one any weekend. How do you
yeah.
navigate right into? Because like you got to South Carolina, I saw the post. You're already at the fields. How'd you get right into that?
um, just posted on every social media North Carolina, South Carolina softball page.
Okay.
I was driving the 14-hour drive. I did it in 2 days, but actively just getting phone calls asking my background. You want to play in this league? You want to play in that league? So there, people down here really want to grow their leagues too, and they have some pretty good leagues going down here.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fields
So
are beautiful.
is it like playing like I mean, obviously, is it like Space Coast? Is that where we played? Yeah. Like that.
My Myrtle men's league, yes, that's playing at Space Coast. They
Oh
have
wow.
like 7 softball fields, all turf.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Do
so
they are they hosting U trip tournaments there or
yeah, they host huge. So down here, it's you're playing in 4 different like sponsorships. There's One Nation, you got NSA, and then you got U Trip, and then you got Freedom. So
okay.
I've played in many different tournaments already with many different rules. Yeah,
What do you,
and I'm
uh,
going to Lexington, North Carolina. No, Lexington, South Carolina this weekend.
oh nice. Now what do the leagues look like? I mean, are they U trip leagues? Are they these, like what do the leagues look like?
All the leagues are U Trip.
Okay.
There is no ASA down here
Really?
at all.
Yeah.
It's
I
unheard of.
I think ASA or USA softball and for it seems because I heard like in the early 2000s or like even the right before like the 2010s, like it was really big around here.
Hmm.
And I for a long time I didn't even know I was playing ASA because it was never talked about like that's what it was. But
Yeah.
um but it seems like U-Trip has kind of in a lot of ways dominated at least this area. It sounds like it's dominating that area too.
Yes. Yes.
So what do you think it is? Why do you think that is?
I don't. Probably more professionally run. I don't.
Yeah.
That all depends on what state you're playing in that weekend too,
Yeah.
and how lenient the directors are with reclassing and whatnot. But
Yeah, I do think USSA is like a well-oiled machine. They know what they're doing. Like they're pumping out
yeah.
these tournaments, like, and they're filling them.
Oh
So,
yeah.
what do you think is the most challenging part of slow pitch softball?
The most challenging part. Um, that's a really good question. You got me on that one. Challenging, hitting the ball hard 4 times and getting out all 4 times. Doing the right things. Doing the right thing and failing.
Yeah, yeah, and we all have
Like,
those off days, right?
yeah. You just
So,
barrel the ball and it's still not good enough.
yeah, yeah, I think that can be. I mean, in because I was going to ask, this might be part of it too, because follow up to that. Like at times when we were playing in Pinnacle, you were running the team, and I know what it's like to run teams. Was there challenges in running a slow pitch softball team? And I know I'm a guilty person because back then Sunday mornings were tough, and you know
I hear
it
you,
was
brother, on
that kind
that.
of like
I
so
hear that. But yeah, running a team. If I could never do it again, that's what I would go with. It's
yeah.
just a lot of headaches between this and that, money, finding players last second to try to fill in spots, uniform orders, paperwork. You know how it is, man. It's just a lot. I would rather just show up, lace up my cleats, and play and have fun.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of at. Like, I end up running a lot of different things, but it's like because sometimes if someone doesn't step up, no one's gonna do it too, But it is
Exactly.
it can be. What about managing now? Softball, right? It's not a job, right? This is a
No.
our hobby. Have you
Hmm.
ever had any issues kind of dealing with? Because I know you had a post recently about someone I want to play this position, right? Um, have you
Yeah.
ever had any issues like managing egos or someone didn't want to do what you were asking them to do?
Yes, I have. It's I was like that when I was young and dumb. I was kind
Yeah,
of like I had a little ego that I had to push back. I
yeah.
only want to play shortstop or I don't want to play for the team. I'm not like that anymore. I just want to play and show up. But yeah, it's the story behind that post was so there was a kid in one of my leagues that I'm not going to mention, but it happens in every league that I've ever played in, anyways. He's like, "Oh, I want to play infield." First ball, smacked right by him. He looks at me at shortstop and says, "I shouldn't be here." And I'm like, "Now you know, man. Now you know."
Was it a situation? Was he critical of the infielders, or he just wanted to get his chance? Or
A little bit of both.
yeah, I've
Mhm.
seen it. I've seen a game. I don't know if you were there where someone was coaching and someone was criticizing the shortstop and like all over them. And finally, the coach was like, "You go play short." And they're like, "I don't play short." He goes, "Well, you see, you're making it sound like it's easy. You go do it." And it was just like, all right. I remember stepping in as like running the league, going like, I can't have people getting hurt because they don't know how to play a position. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. It's a safety thing. I had to say that to parents when I coached 13 and under softball too. And
yeah,
there's a lot of reasons why stuff happens in sports. It's a protective thing. It's an ego thing too because the kid's he's gonna put his head down if you put him in a not a good spot to succeed. You want to put that kid in the best spot to succeed.
yeah, and that's really the biggest thing. And yeah, I think sometimes managing adults can be way harder than kids. Like you've coached, obviously adults, like whatever we want to call slow pitch softball. We're not really teaching
Yeah.
anybody anything. But was it easier to teach the teenagers than managing the adults?
Yes. Kids are way easier. They listen to you more. Actually, take in what you're telling them
Yeah,
situationally. Like, don't hit the ball up the middle in a 5-man with less than 2 outs and the bases are loaded. Don't hit the ball up the
yeah.
middle.
Do whatever you
Situation
can not
stuff.
to. Yeah, yeah, that is the toughest thing, right? The 5-man. Everybody hates the 5-man. I actually do like it at times though. If I'm hitting the ball well and I can hit the gaps in the outfield, it's like doubles and triples all day. But with those days when you're not, it's like ugh, you know.
Exactly.
So now, what would you say is kind of the biggest difference um, between what's going on in South Carolina and what you saw here in New England?
Talent.
Yeah,
Hands down talent. Playing so there's a rec division down here for YouTube.
yeah,
Rec. That's like playing E back home. So playing E out here is like playing D's back home.
okay.
Potentially some C players.
Oh
Like
wow.
you got like Josh Moore type players playing E ball down here.
Oh
Just
geez.
absolute studs.
Yeah.
These guys hit the ball hard. That's the teams are way more talented.
Do you think that's from coming like because they play all year long, or is there a lot of
Yeah.
transplants in South Carolina, like people that didn't originally originate there?
Yeah, there's been quite a few that I've met in my men's league from Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, a lot. So, but yeah, just talent, like how deep these teams are. They're 10 hitters hitting home runs 400 feet. It's a whole nother ball game. E-ball is completely different down here. You get a designated home run hitter, and then you get 2 home runs.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's different rules.
Have you
And
jumped into the tournaments already? I know you said you're going to one, so you've already got into I mean, I guess they're already playing
I'm
down there.
repping the boys right now. The
Oh,
boys reloaded.
just dropped one word out of the name.
Yep. Yep.
Now, how did you jump? And was that a social media thing, or did they see you? Did they want to see you play before they had you on the team, or?
No, no. I played for one team that didn't work out. There, I'm pretty sure they're already going to fold.
Mm.
But, um, but he's the director of South Carolina softball.
Oh, wow.
He's one of the directors, and he hit me up on social media, and we got to talking. And he said, "I would love to have you." And his team was a pretty good team down here, so I kind of jumped on with them. So this is going to be my second tournament with them this weekend.
Nice. Now, where do they have you playing?
They have me playing third right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third place. So, yeah, it's nice not to be the young guy on the team anymore. We got an 18-year-old and 19-year-old out there playing outfield for us.
Oh,
So I don't have
wow.
to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's a good
And
deal.
that's another thing about down here. There's a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds that play softball right away.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like a lot of the outfields, like outfielders in the tournaments here, I mean, you're talking about guys, and there's some 20-year-olds, but most are in their like mid 30s, 40s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think there has been an issue. Not I don't know if it's a major issue, but I think in our state you sort of see it, but I don't see a lot of young players getting into slow pitch. Not on a major level. Like you'll see a few here and there, but it's not a lot.
No, I don't think so either. Compared
You
to
know,
down here.
which it would be nice to see. It would be nice to see that, right? And I think that's why some, like you look at the Nashua Men's League, it's like it folded, and it was like, well, we really had any new people coming into the league in years, like years,
Yeah. You have to
you
have
know.
that. It has to get recycled through.
Yeah, I
With
mean,
these
people get
players.
older.
Yeah, and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore, man.
Yeah. Now, Danielle Keo wants to know, which do you like better?
I like playing down here better. I like how more competitive they are than back home. And the fields are better. The fields are just gorgeous. I mean, even the dirt fields that we play on are nice
Yeah.
and well maintained, very clean, like no trash laying around. That's the one thing about down here too. Like it's very clean down here. They got like public workers everywhere, just constantly working.
Oh, wow. We need
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
We need that. Um, yeah. Now, if someone now you're saying a lot of these leagues are, high level ball players. Now here, we have our lower, rec. You might look at like My Social Sports or some other leagues. Like, is there a place for like the lower level players to play?
absolutely, absolutely. There's the league that I play on Sunday nights in Conway is rec anywhere from rec player to travel players. It's just like playing Pinnacle, basically.
Okay.
That's what I would say the level's at for our rec kind of stuff
Now,
down.
is that co-ed?
It is co-ed, yes.
How are some of the female players down there?
Yeah, they're good, but I think the New Hampshire, the ones that I played with up there, could compete with these girls down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I look at like a lot of like the New England women's teams, like they win all the big tournaments, like Jenna Gianelli and uh, Tabitha Hebert, who's like a Hall of Famer, right? Like
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of talent. I mean, when they all combine with each other from all over New England, they go down there and
Oh,
just
they're a
win.
monster.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yep.
But now I was gonna ask, so this was a pretty big move for you, right? Picking up from New Hampshire, and I know, and you were kind of on the fence about going. You did decide to, so this would be the best move. What has been, the greatest challenge of picking up and moving? Not to Massachusetts, right? You didn't just go over the border, like going,
Yeah.
to the south.
Uh, kind of just being by yourself, kind of. Even though my family's down here, it's still kind of like you're by yourself, kind of not a lot of people to turn to, kind of just readjusting your life, figuring out where the places are to go, figuring out a job, softball, all that stuff.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, when you're not at the softball field, are you just beaching it or?
Um, I've been working. I've been doing Uber Eats and stuff like that just to fill my time because I start at Pepsi next week in South
Oh yeah,
Carolina.
congrats on that, by the way.
Yeah. So I start there next week. So yeah, just a lot of that, just beach, a lot of BP I've been doing with the softball guys down here. That's another thing down here. These guys hit all the time.
Oh
These
really?
guys, yeah, these guys are getting there an hour and a half before the game, take BP and hit off the tee, and they put in a lot of work to their craft.
Now, are the fields just open? I mean, because I have a question that I'm going to ask you because I'm just asking everybody this lately. But like, are the fields just like? Because what you described, I'm thinking of like the complex in Florida that you just can't just walk right in, right? You can't do that. Are there a lot of open fields? Is it just one of those things like you can find a field and hit on any of them, or are some of these restricted? Or
Some of them are restricted, like the turf fields. We can get on at 4:30 for a 6:30 game, so they give us like
okay.
2 hours as long as the field's not being rented or used at that time by little leaguers, high school baseball after that, and what else not. But um, yeah, some of the fields are permanent, and others are just you can go there, hit, not have to worry about a thing.
Yeah, that's good because I always picture those states being a little more strict because it sounds like they're doing a lot of work on them, which
Yeah,
doesn't
they drag and line it before all our games, and
really.
yep,
Is
all
it
the
people in
dirt.
the league? Is it people in the league doing it though, or is it like the actual city?
Some cities, some are the people in the league.
Oh, that's pretty cool because I mean it's very rare at any of the fields here. You look at like the net, Sunday Coa that if Pat doesn't work on the field, no one does. In Manchester, if Josh Bemis or Steve Dovich aren't working on the fields, they're not going to get worked on. And I
Yeah,
know I know the Merrimack Men's League, they take care of Martell.
yeah,
So that is a big difference there.
that's
What
huge.
what's your take now? I've been talking about this a lot on the show. There's been a lot of frustration. Now I understand Manchester's been charging, fairly a good amount of money for fields. Rentals went up in Merrimack tremendously for the U-Trip tournaments. Nashua has gone up tremendously as far as permit costs. We went from a $500 permit to a $2,200 permit. Um,
Wow.
what do you think of that? Like, what do you think towns? I can understand the light bill, but a lot of the times we're not even turning on the lights. Like, what do you think of like Merrimack's actively trying to get U-Trip tournaments out of there? What do you think of these cost hikes?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't. I mean, we're just trying to have fun and play the game that we love, and they're just hiking up the permits to what 66% at
Yeah,
that point.
yeah,
That's nuts. I mean, I understand inflation. I mean, we're all going through it, but that's not right. I mean, we could be out drinking and driving or doing drugs or whatnot, but we're playing softball. and you're holding that against us and holding people in the town against us. We're not bothering anybody.
No, I think that's like the frustration level of we were lucky enough, for the Sunday League, we had a little fundraiser, and that's going to help with that cost. But we saw our league fold, and it's like, if you look at Nashua, someone was saying there's nothing for adults to do anymore. Lita Lanes, the bowling alley is closed. The hike rates on softball is going through the roof. It's like, what do you want people to do? Like, are people allowed to do anything anymore? Or no, you just got to pay, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm curious too because like when it comes to like the tournaments in Merrimack, I sort of understand where Tradowski can be problematic when you do have kids soccer on the other field, and that parking lot not meant for many people. you know,
Not at
but
all. Not at all.
that
I understand that because of the kids and whatnot, and the adults, and how the adults sometimes swear and doing what adults do. But for the most part, then it shouldn't have been a problem or whatnot.
no, I mean, and I look at Martell as like that's a giant parking lot. Like parking's not an issue. Where they
Hmm.
have fields, they're further down, so they're not really intercepting each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they had said in a town hall, like they kind of just want it to go away,
That
So I don't
that
know
would
what's
make it
gonna
really
happen.
hard for you trip in New Hampshire if that were to happen.
Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate. So we'll see how this all plays out, but it's a little disheartening. But
Yeah.
now I want to ask this because we've gone back and forth on social media for years. There's been times where I'm like, "Oh, what are you, a Brewers fan?" And uh,
Love it.
how did
I
how
love it.
did you how did you end up becoming a diehard fan of the Green Bay Packers?
Okay, so the story is on a great day in 1996, I went to a Super Bowl party and everybody was cheering for the Patriots. And it was the first football game I ever watched. And they were playing the Green Bay Packers. So I ended up deciding to cheer for the Green Bay Packers, and the rest is history.
I do remember that Super Bowl because I was, old enough at the time. But okay, so you were just anti New England. Now, like, because I've given you a hard time, and I give Feeney, I think, is gonna block me. I said, I almost said to Feeney, you don't want to get in a trolling war with me because I will not stop. But
I know, I know.
like how do you feel like, because you're also a diehard Red Sox fan, so
Dire.
like, is that hard to do? You just look at football as like just a very separate thing, and like just no mixing of the sports, and
Yeah,
that's you know
yeah. So yeah, I got my team. I got my team, Green Bay. That's NFL. It's completely different. Grew up watching Brett Favre. That's the reason why I became
yeah.
you. And then I'm not a bandwagon fan. I don't switch teams, no matter who goes, who stays. I'm the same way with the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers
Oh, that's
fan,
right. Yeah, you
not a
are a Lakers
LeBron
fan. Yeah.
fan at all.
Yeah.
Not at
No.
all. I
Okay.
grew up watching Kobe, and that's
Yeah.
why. And then Pedro was my favorite Red Sox player. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta say, Brett Favre there, he was intertwining into pop culture too, because I remember. You remember that movie, There's Something About Mary, and she's talking about Brett the whole time, and it turns
yeah,
out it's Brett Favre, which was
yeah,
absolutely hilarious. Um,
classic.
yeah, and I honestly like in Feeney, like Feeney, I love Feeney. If you're gonna troll me about the Patriots, you're gonna get it about the Cowboys. And if you're posting about other teams, and I get it, people give me crap for wearing a Bills shirt one time when I went to a game with Jesse. I still get flack for that. But like, if you're gonna dish it, get ready. Let's
Exactly. If you don't dish it, you can't take it, man.
yeah.
Sport.
I think
It's part of it. It's part of the sports culture, man. We like to rag on
yeah,
each other, especially if you're a Red Sox, Yankees fan. You know, any of that.
yeah. And I love sports, but it's like softball. You don't want to take it too serious. It's just but it's fun. Like we're passionate about our teams, and it is a lot of fun.
It
You know.
is.
It was nice that the Patriots were, competitors again. That was a
Hey,
tough
yeah.
couple of years, you
Oh
know.
yeah, tough couple years. The seven before that, what I'm sure weren't so tough.
Well, I'll tell you this, like they hadn't been like that, in I think that 2000 was the last time they really had tank seasons like that, and
Yeah.
it was a dramatic shift and it felt like it happened fast. You know what I mean? Um, but I have a buddy that's a Browns fan and he's been a Browns fan his whole life. He's like, I can't do it anymore. He's like, I can't. He's
Can't
like, I
do it
can't.
anymore.
He goes, these guys can't make the right decision ever. And it's like, why do
No.
I invest my life into this?
So many quarterbacks have gone through there and just can't. They haven't got one. That shows you how hard it is to find a quarterback in the NFL. It's very
No,
hard.
it is very, very hard. And it's like, it gets to the point where it's like, if you just have someone decent, but you look at like the Buccaneers when Brady won that year, it's like that roster changed a little bit. But I mean, he went there and won the Super Bowl the next year after Jameson Winston. Like they were a quarterback away. I mean, he got his guys, but Gronk really didn't do anything to like the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
um, yeah. But anyways, I did at one point. I wish I brought the picture. I was late, or I didn't show up for a Pinnacle game one time, and I back then there were times where Sundays were very hard. I'm a sober guy now, and I
Yeah,
showed up. I had a Brett Favre because I always loved Brett Favre as a kid. I didn't like the Packers, but I liked Brett Favre,
yeah.
and I had my Favre jersey on. What made me love Brett Favre?
I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's a picture I share every year. But my love for Brett Favre, I'd always kind of been a fan. But that game against the Jets when his father died on Monday Night Football,
Oh,
was it
I
the Jets
remember.
or the
No, it
Raiders?
was the Raiders. It was the
Yeah, it
Raiders.
was the Raiders. And
That,
he had
that
the
guy
game of his
was
life.
throwing up everything, and then everybody was going up and just grabbing it. It was crazy. It just shows you that there is. I honestly believe there is a higher power and things do happen for a reason.
I 100% do. I definitely do. And that was one of those games where it was just very emotional and just it was. And I know he's gotten some trouble lately. I watched the
Oh
Netflix
yeah,
doc on him.
I just watched
Uh,
that a couple nights ago.
yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of celebrities have these skeletons in their closet. And sometimes, your heroes aren't, which it's hard to say to them are your heroes because we don't know them, but we see them on TV that they are imperfect people, you know?
They're people just like us.
Yeah,
Everybody makes
100%.
mistakes, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's where, a lot of people like Hulk Hogan was my favorite thing in the world when I was a kid. Terry Bollea, very questionable a lot of things that he did in his life. I still love Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
Um, I do want to get to the fan questions as well. First one, I got two comments. First from Jared Acker, former guest, friend of the show. He goes, "I love my Keeks."
Jared, what's up, buddy? Miss you,
Is that
bro. See, bro, that's one of my best friends that I've ever had in New Hampshire, hands
yeah,
down. I love him for the way that he is. He's not gonna fake. He's gonna be Jared through and through. And if you can't handle that, he's good with you, man. And that's why me and him are close. I talk to
yeah.
him on a weekly basis.
Oh, good. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
He's an entertaining guy too, and I have to say, he has if you get to know him, he has a really big heart, and
yeah,
he does.
he
So,
does. He does.
uh, Michael Hall, I'm not familiar with Michael.
That's
First
my
time.
coach.
Oh, is that your coach? He's just gave a
Yeah.
salute sign. So is he your coach in South Carolina?
Yes, he is. He's a good guy. Very good
No,
guy.
nice. Well, shout out to Michael Hall. Um, my buddy Kendall Payne Glover, member of the Four Families. Kendall, he always sends a lot of good questions every week. We appreciate it. He's bringing up, and this has been a hot topic for a long time. He says, Dez caught that ball right. Remember that game?
I do not remember. I was trying to remember the game, and I could not for the life of me.
It was a playoff game. I'm blanking on the year because it comes up in my Facebook memories, and they said he caught the ball, and they said it wasn't a catch. He was down, but it was like the rule just didn't seem right, and it
Yeah.
really. I think the Cowboys ended up losing the game. I do think it was a catch. It wasn't ruled as
Oh,
one.
I know what he's talking about. I remember now. The Des Bryant catch. Yep.
Yeah,
He did not catch that ball.
yeah. That
You
was
got to maintain possession through the whole catch.
I wish I rewatched that play because I was adamant when it happened that it was a catch. And I'm trying to think exactly what happened. He caught it, went to the ground. Did he just
It
not have
went to the
control?
ground and it looked like part. I'm not saying it did because I'll tell you straightforward but it did not look like a catch. It looked like part of the ball hit the ground when he was trying to possess the ball before completing the catch. But
Yeah, that will always be a hot topic because Cowboys fans, I mean, it's been a long when we were kids, I didn't think they would have the drought that they had. They were everything.
100%.
You know, multiple Super Bowls. They were America's team. I hated them, but they were
Yeah.
America's team, you know. Um, ooh, this is a good one. And these are two legendary quarterbacks from Green Bay. Both have Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre?
Aaron Rodgers, easy.
Oh, really?
Way less of a headache to watch a game. Watching Brett Favre throw between four defenders and then Aaron Rodgers throwing four interceptions in a whole season. And a
Yeah.
guy that was as good as Aaron Rodgers was for as long as he was. He
He
wasn't
was
Brady, but he was 1A to Brady. He was 1A to Brady 100%.
he's very efficient. I learned that I have a friend that's related to Brett Favre. I won't say that on air, but I did find that out recently. Which is not Brett. Did I say Brett Favre? Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That I was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, it caught me off guard. Um, man, I never was like an Aaron Rodgers fan. I don't know. I
He's a
think he was
strange
great.
dude. He's a strange dude.
He is a very strange dude. I mean, but sometimes like you hear him on a podcast, it is interesting to listen to him. He
It
says
is.
some,
He's an interesting person, man.
yeah.
He's a
Um,
free bird for sure.
yeah, he just beats to his own drum, and you know what? I think the NFL needs characters. You know what I
I
mean?
love it.
So,
I love it. Be your own person. Like I've been saying this whole time. Be your own person, man. If people don't
100%.
like you for who you are, that's on them, man.
Nothing you can do. And he asked, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. He said, do you believe in Joe Hendry?
Joe Henry, Austin.
Hendry.
Yeah.
Not
No.
John. Well, maybe not
Oh,
John
who
Henry.
is that? Is it supposed to be John Henry or?
No, Joe Hendry's a wrestler, and his song is he's very over, and he got signed by WWE, and
I don't know who that is.
I believe in Joe Hendry, Kendall. So one of us does. Also from Wayne LaCourte, and I will tell you, Wayne won the Wayne's World won the Nashua Sunday Co-ed fundraiser tournament. So shout out to Wayne LaShort. He was super excited. I think he said, "I finally won something." I feel like Wayne's definitely won something before this, but I don't know. He would know better than me.
Yeah.
Because this was a heartbreaker for him. This was a heartbreaker, and I wasn't there, but I've heard a lot about this. You were right there in left field. Did I catch that ball in the ship?
Caught it 100%. Made a great play on it. Glove was fully underneath. Caught it right in the webbing. It kind of brought his glove back like this, but he caught it 100% of the way. And yeah,
Now,
that was a tough pill to swallow. That first game we lost was close, and that could have made the difference.
so is this a game on the line type of thing?
No, it happened late in the first game, though, and we lost that first game by a few runs, and then we just didn't hit the second game. But yeah, it would have been I think we might have pushed it to the what if game.
So what exactly? Who do we know who the umpire was? Was it Richie? Shout
It
out to
was
Richie.
Richie. It was shout out to Richie.
I love
Shout out to
that.
you, cuh. Cuh, you messed up that call, cuh. Can tell you
So
that.
I gotta ask because I wasn't there. Like, so this call gets made. I know how Wayne is. Did he state his case? I mean, we don't have instant replay in recreational softball. So
Oh, he
what
stayed in
kind of
his
happened?
cage.
He did. Okay.
Oh
And
yeah.
he wouldn't overturn it or
No, and unfortunately, there was only one umpire in that game, which in the
okay.
championship, for that reason, I think there should always be two umpires in the championship game for that
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
specifically.
Well, it doesn't happen often, right? Like catches are pretty clear. I'm assuming. So Wayne, did he go to the ground? He went to the ground. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it was a feet first dive, and he kind of caught it
Okay.
on the side. But 100% a catch. He made it.
Well, Wayne, we're sorry, but you did get a big win this weekend. Hopefully that makes up for it. Richie, come on.
Come on, cuz.
Sarah Boothie has two more questions here. Recently was a guest on the show. Um, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and with who?
Anywhere in the world. Wow. I would say I would want to go back to Hawaii. I went to
Okay.
Hawaii once. I went on the more suburban side. I want to go to the Maui side and see what that's all about. But Hawaii is a beautiful place.
Who would you want with you?
Is Mila Kunis an option?
I mean, it's your pick. So
Oh
uh,
no, I'll go by myself. I'm a free bird right now.
there you go. It could be like what was that movie she was in? Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Uh, did you see that one?
Yeah, I have seen that one.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Um, this is a good question because there's a lot of things that probably, again, the crazy world of slow pitch softball.
Mhm.
What's your biggest softball pet peeve?
Not hitting cutoffs.
Yeah,
Not
I
hitting cutoffs.
agree. I agree
Not hitting
wholeheartedly.
cutoffs. Especially when it comes to playing tournament ball. Um, and if somebody's using my bats and they tap the bottom of their cleats with it,
Oh, that's another good.
I don't like that. I
Yeah,
don't like that.
yeah. I think I can agree with both of those. The
But
cutoff man does drive me nuts because that's you learn that when you're 7.
yeah, just play fundamental games. You know how, and that's what I tried to preach to so many people about the bad boys. The reason why we were good we were fundamentally sound. You didn't know if we were up by 10, down by 10. We had that same even keel, and we just played basic softball. Don't hit into double plays with the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. Don't hit up the middle. Hit your cutoffs. Make the plays you're supposed to make, and you'll be pretty successful.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, obviously not hitting the double plays, got to think situational, but yeah, the cutoff, I can say that as an infielder, a lot of people want to show off their arm, but the
Oh yeah.
base, this isn't baseball. The bases are pretty close. I've seen Matt Nault throw some people out, right? I've seen a couple other people with really good arms that have done it, but it's
Mhm.
rare. It's rare. They may get 1 out of 10, maybe 2 out of 10.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. It's a
yeah,
percentage game.
yeah, because the thing I hate most is throwing someone out at third, and then the guy that would have just stayed at first is now on second. And as an infielder, you're trying to get as many, your job is what can I do in the infield to get us the outs as fast as possible. Now you've taken away the double play or at least a force easy play where someone doesn't have to make a throw to first. So
Exactly. Just a
it's
ground ball where the infield keeps it in play and they have that option to go to second. It just gets
yeah,
you out of tough innings. I mean, softball, sometimes outs are very hard to come by. You run into a chainsaw. I mean, in our men's league, we were down 8 the other night. We score 11 the next inning.
yeah,
It's just,
yeah,
you
yeah.
got to
Because I
leave the
mean,
bases as much as you can.
well, and it's not a game where like you can throw the ace, right? Like you watch the World Baseball Classic MLB, right?
Oh,
And here comes that stud pitcher who can just shut people down. That
yeah.
ain't happening in slow pitch softball. They're lobbing it up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to get this. We play 7 innings. There's 21 outs, and you got to find the easiest way to get to those outs. And
Exactly.
giving extra bases is not the road. So,
No, never, never.
But no, Kory, this has been an absolute blast. Any final words? Anything you want to say to everybody back home?
I miss you all, but I will be there this summer at one point or the other. I will see you all once again. My story is not done with you guys.
Amen. I love that. Well, we look forward to seeing you this summer. Everybody out there, have a great rest of your week.
Yes. You
Warmer weather
too.
coming around here. I know you already got yours down there, but it's coming here. So everybody have a great week. Keep your heads up and continue to let freedom ring.
See you, Dan.
Bye, Kory.